Canada, once a beacon of economic stability, now finds itself grappling with significant financial challenges. The nation's current fiscal landscape is marked by rising debt, stagnating growth, and policy missteps that have exacerbated long-standing structural issues. This analysis explores the top 5 reasons behind Canada's economic struggles, supported by concrete data and insights, exposing the vulnerabilities created by years of mismanagement. In recent years, Canada's public expenditure has soared without a focus on long-term economic outcomes. The 2023 Fall Economic Statement revealed a $50.9 billion deficit. This is up from $41.3 billion the previous year. Despite measures like a $250 rebate for 18.7 million Canadians, systemic challenges like declining productivity and inadequate infrastructure remain. This unchecked spending leads to a growing fiscal imbalance. Public debt charges reached $43.9 billion, surpassing critical programs. Canada's debt-to-GDP ratio reached 56.09% in 2022, compared to 48.59% in 2019. Servicing this debt reduces fiscal flexibility, with costs amounting to nearly 12% of federal expenditures. This diverts resources from critical areas like healthcare and education. Future taxpayers will bear the brunt of today's fiscal imprudence. Canada's housing market is one of the least affordable among OECD nations. Between 2000 and 2021, housing prices rose by over 355%, while median income increased by only 113%. This disparity has pushed homeownership out of reach for many, especially younger generations. In 2023, the average home price exceeded $700,000, far outpacing wage growth. Government efforts have focused on demand-side interventions like tax incentives. These measures have fueled demand without addressing supply constraints. Restrictive zoning laws and delays have stymied new housing developments. Canada's economy is heavily reliant on resource exports like oil, natural gas, and timber. These industries expose the country to volatile global commodity markets. The 2020 oil price collapse led to widespread layoffs and a GDP contraction in Alberta. Efforts to diversify the economy have been inconsistent. Promising sectors like technology and advanced manufacturing remain underdeveloped. Canada's political landscape has been marked by fragmented governance and a lack of cohesive economic strategy. Interprovincial disputes over resource revenue sharing and regulatory frameworks have created inefficiencies. For example, debates around healthcare funding have highlighted the lack of alignment between federal objectives and provincial priorities. Successive governments have prioritized populist measures over substantive economic reforms. Short-term solutions such as broad rebates and temporary tax cuts have provided immediate relief, but failed to address systemic issues. This political myopia has left Canada ill-prepared to navigate global economic uncertainties, including rising geopolitical tensions and trade disruptions. Canada's current challenges echo past instances of economic mismanagement. The 1990s fiscal crisis saw rising debt and stagnant growth, prompting austerity measures and reforms. Today's environment is more complex, with global trade disruptions, technological change, and environmental imperatives. Without decisive action, Canada risks repeating past mistakes with more severe consequences. Addressing these challenges requires strategic public spending and a clear debt reduction plan. Diversifying the economy and fostering cohesive governance are essential. Canada must act decisively to restore economic resilience and ensure future prosperity.